जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय बाबा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदनंदन जय व्रज जनरंजन जय यशोदनंदन जय व्रज जनरंजन जय यशोदनंदन जय व्रज जनरंजन जय यशोदन जय व्रज जनरंजन जय यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय यमुना वनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय पिजन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदनंदन जय व्रज जनरंजन जय यशोदनंदन जय व्रज जनरंजन जय यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय यमुना जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Kamaha, whose material desires, Rahita, completely devoid of, Asuraha, demoniac nature, Asuraha, although born in a demoniac family. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Although Prahlad Maharaj was born in a family of Asuras, he himself was not an Asura, but a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. Unlike the other Asuras, he was never envious of Vaishnavas. He was not agitated when put into danger, and he was neither directly or indirectly interested in the fruitive activities described in the Vedas. Indeed, he considered everything material to be useless, and therefore he was completely devoid of material desires. He always controlled his senses and life air, and being of steady intelligence and determination, he subdued all lusty desires. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. From this verse, we discover that a man is not qualified or disqualified simply by birth. Prahlad Maharaj was an Asura by birth, yet he possessed all the qualities of a perfect Brahmana, Brahmanyaha Sila Sampanna. Anyone can become a fully qualified Brahmana under the direction of a spiritual master. Prahlad Maharaj provided a vivid example of how to think of the spiritual master and accept his directions calmly. Although Prahlad Maharaj was born in a family of Asuras, he himself was not an Asura, but a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. Unlike the other Asuras, he was never envious of Vaishnavas. He was not agitated when put into danger, and he was neither directly or indirectly interested in the fruitive activities described in the Vedas. Indeed, he considered everything material to be useless, and therefore he was completely devoid of material desires. He always controlled his senses and life air, and being of steady intelligence and determination, he subdued all lusty desires. Hare Krishna. So, we are reading the characteristics, the wonderful qualities of Prahlad Maharaj. So, this is very, very important. When we want to hear about the Lord, there is no doubt about that. We want to hear about the Lord. Hearing about the Lord is Punya Shravana Kirtanam. Shinvatam Swakata Krishna, Punya Shravana Kirtanam. So by hearing about the Lord is Punya Shravana Kirtanam, that's very purifying. And also the same way, by hearing about the pure devotee of the Lord is also Punya Shravana. By just hearing about the Lord and hearing about the pure devotee of the Lord is equally same actually. Actually, one sense, it's even better than hearing about the devotee of the Lord, because Lord is attaching so much of importance for the devotee. Lord says to Narada, Naham tishtami vaikunte yogi nam hridayeshu va tatra tishtami Narada yatra ghayanti madbhakta. Because Lord is saying, don't think I am situated in Vaikunta. Don't think I am situated in the heart of the yogis. Where I am situated, he is saying, I am situated in that place. Tatra tishtami Narada yatra ghayanti madbhakta. Where I am situated in that place where my devotees are doing the glorification. Talking about the Lord, different pastimes, different leelas, discussing all these things. And then Lord is deriving a lot of pleasure in that also. Same way, when we discuss about Nrsingadev, when you think about Nrsingadev, automatically Prahlad Maharaj is included. Prahlad Maharaj, when we glorify Prahlad Maharaj, we directly please Lord. Lord is pleased. And whenever we hear the wonderful qualities of, like in the last sloka, we heard about so many wonderful qualities, all the qualities of Prahlad Maharaj. So here, here the continuation of the qualities are coming in this sloka also. So it's very important. Prahlad Maharaj happened to take birth in an Asura family. Normally we see when somebody takes birth in an Asura family, tend to be Asura. Normally, this is a normal norm. Normal norm is like that. But here in this circumstance is completely different. That's what happened when Hiranyakasipu went to perform this yajna, perform this sacrifice. And at that time, Mother Kayadu was harassed by the Devatas. That time, Narada Muni asked, why are you harassing this woman? They said, this is Hiranyakasipu's wife, and then she is going to give birth to another Rakshas. Because normally the thinking is like a Rakshas, another Rakshas is going to come. This is the general tendency. But because they underestimate Narada Muni's influence. But here, Narada Muni said, no. This is not going to happen here. This is like from here, the great Mahabhagavat is going to take birth in the womb of Kayadu. So then Narada Muni instructed Mother Kayadu. But indirectly, Prahlad Maharaj was given. See, this is the secret actually. Prahlad Maharaj was in a condition, very, very precarious condition. He was not like sitting in a Bhagavatam class or something, fan is going, everything is comfortable, cushion, no, nothing. He was in the womb of the mother. And at that time, Narada Muni is giving instructions. And Mother Kayadu, she is not able to listen because she is tired and other thing. But Prahlad Maharaj is listening everything. So, devotional service can be performed at all circumstances. As long as you can breathe, we can perform devotional service. Sometimes we say, I am not able to perform devotional service because this problem, that problem, this problem, that problem. But look at this, the different devotees, different acharyas. Like we heard about the passing away of His Holiness Kadamba Kanana Swami Maharaj. What a great personality. Just to think, chanting, empowering devotees, chanting, all the time chanting. This is like these people are not part of this material world. We have to understand very clearly. They are not part of this material world. They come here to do something for Srila Prabhupada and then they just go. And in the meantime, whoever they can pick up, they pick up and go. And that is up to us to take advantage of their association. This is very important actually. These type of personalities, they don't come and go every now and then. It's not like that. So very great personality. Like we see Srila Prabhupada. So many problems. At the age of 70, everybody retires only. Nobody wants to do anything. And then he went all the way to America to start the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. What is the use? Because he wanted to give. This is like a Vaishnava is by characteristic is a paradukka dukhi. Paradukka dukhi means if somebody else is unhappy, this Vaishnava is very unhappy. The material world is opposite actually. If somebody is suffering, you're good, you are suffering, very good. This is a material suffering. Material world, you are going through suffering, very good, you are suffering nicely. But Vaishnava does not tolerate the suffering of another living entity. Srila Prabhupada went all the way. Why? Because America, there is no dearth of anything. They have everything. All the facilities are, road is there, all the facility, transport, everything is there. But what is missing is God consciousness. Giving the connection with the Lord is missing. So that's why Srila Prabhupada went all the way by the orders of his spiritual master, by the orders of all the previous acharyas, he went. And then he preached the message. And then now we can see. So same way, Prahlad Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada writes here in the purport, in the translation, although Prahlad Maharaj was born in a family of Asuras, he himself was not an Asura, but a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. So this is, we have to understand. Because in Shastra, there is mentioned, Janmana jayate sudra, samskarat bhave dvija, vedapadat pade vipra, brahma janati iti brahmana. How the whole progression works, Janmana jayate sudra. Some people may get a little bit offended. Oh, I am a Sudra. Yeah. Not only you, everybody is a Sudra only. Janmana jayate Sudra. By just taking birth, we are Sudra. Janmana jayate Sudra. Samskarat bhave dvija. Samskara. Because various samskaras are there. Dasavida samskara. We have performed different. Because in Vedic scripture, Vedic literature, everything is like as soon as the child is born. Now, why child is born? Even before the child is born, there is a Garbhadana samskara. Before the child is born, there are so many ceremonies. Because this Vedic system wants the progeny which is going to come out of this combination to be a proper citizen, a proper, not just a citizen, proper devotee of the Lord. So that soul can go back home, back to Godhead. So it is taken care at that level only. So then all the ceremony, as soon as the child is born, and Namakaran, and this one, that one, Mundan ceremony, so many ceremonies are conducted. So this is like giving the benefit for this child actually. So all the ceremonies there will be a worship of Vishnu, and then Vishnu Prasad will be given. So like this, everything, Annaprasana, Vidyarambha, so many ceremonies are there. All the ceremonies are there to make the child go closer to the Lord. So that is why, so here, Janmana Jayate Sudra, Samskarat Bhave Dvija. Samskara, this is different samskarat. By different samskaras, you become like a twice born. So then you become Veda Patat Padet Vipra. Then you start studying the Vedas, studying the scripture, Bhagavad Gita, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Then you become Vipra, and then Brahma Janati iti Brahmana. Then when you understand what is Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi, that is one thing. Aham Brahmasmi is only one thing. Because we are Dasosmi, not only Aham Brahmasmi is there. Because Krishna says we are part and parcel of Krishna. We all understand that Mamai Vamso, Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta, Sanatana. We are also part and parcel of Krishna. But we have to understand we are not only Brahmasmi, we are Dasosmi. We are servant of the Lord. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, what is the constitutional position of the living entity? What is the constitutional position of the living entity? Jivera Swarupa Hoy. Krishnera Nidhi. Today, all the children are missing. They are all in the retreat. That's why we have to catch hold of you. We have to catch hold of some other bigger children only. That's why. Otherwise, what will happen? Normally, this all the Hayagriva and this Abai, all this Sivya, everybody will be there. So we have to catch. No children here. So we have to catch hold of bigger children. So please forgive me if I catch hold of you. So this is Brahma Janati the Brahmana. Brahmana means then he has to understand Brahman. What is this Brahman? Brahman is also one of the features we discussed in the classes. There are three features are there. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan iti sabdhyate. Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. There are different. Absolute truth can be understood in various ways. One way of understanding absolute truth is Brahman realization. The next stage is Paramatma realization. And the later, complete stage is Bhagavan realization. So it can be understood like the Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. So this is the way to understand. So Srila Prabhupada explains there in that sloka purport. There are stages. Sudra, Dvija, Vipra and Brahmana. These four steps. One is born is Sudra. Sudra means the lower class, almost animal. So anyone who is born of a father and mother is accepted as a Sudra. And Janmana Jayate Sudra. By birth, everyone is born a Sudra, the lower class. And Samskarat Bhave Dvija. And if that man, the boy or the child, is reformed by education, gradually, then he is Samskarat Bhave Dvija. So this is, so it is very important. So that's why it's not like, we should not think that it's not coming by just birth. Sometimes we say birth only. Birth is there. Srila Prabhupada gives a wonderful example. What is that example? Anyone remember? Prabhupada gives for this, Prabhupada gives a wonderful example. Anyone remember? Yes? Lawyer or Supreme Court, judge or something, lawyer or judge. Because if you are a lawyer or if you are a judge, very good possibility that your son or your daughter also will become a judge or a lawyer. But that doesn't mean that automatically as soon as Janam Liya, then immediately become a judge. It doesn't work like that. You have to go through the procedure. You have to go study ABC and then you have to go to college and whatever and then you have to get degree. Then there is a good possibility. There is a possibility only. It's not automatic. Same way also, somebody may be taken birth in a Brahmana family. That's good. All glories to you. But you have to keep up to that, what is it, that's position, whatever the position offered to you. So it's not automatically, it doesn't happen. Chatur varnyam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagasa. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Chatur varnyam maya srishtam guna karma. Guna and karma, qualities and activities. Krishna doesn't mention about janma in that particular sloka. So we have to be careful. So here, and it's also, Prabhupada says here, unlike other asuras, he himself was not asura, but a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. Unlike the other asuras, he was never envious of Vaishnavas. So this is one of the greatest quality. There are two living entities are there. One is Devata and the other is Asura. Dvaimo Loka Bhuteshu. The two people, one is this is a devotee of Lord Vishnu, other person is is a demon. This is like he is envious of the Lord. He envies the Lord. Because the envy only brought us to the material world. Why we are here in the material world? Because we are envious of the Lord. We want, she should be the enjoyer, I should be the enjoyer. Then tatastu, you go here to this material world and exercise your free will. Dvandva, you want a dvandva. So then come here. In the spiritual world, there is no envy. You can't have a envy. You can't have only one master. Ekale, Ishware, Krishna, Arasabda, Bhritya. Everybody is Bhritya only. Krishna is the only master. Here, everybody is Bhritya only. So that is the understanding. So here, unlike the other asuras, he was never envious of Vaishnavas. He was not agitated when put into danger, and he was neither directly or indirectly interested in the fruitive activities described in the Vedas. So it is very, very interesting. What kind of difficulties? We are all going through some difficulty. Sometimes we all go through some difficulty. But assume the difficulty what Prahlad Maharaj went through, nobody has gone through that much difficulty. The father is throwing somebody off the cliff and this and that. All the atrocities, whatever the child abuse commission cannot even document all these things actually. That many things was done to Prahlad, and Prahlad tolerated everything. That's why whatever condition, he never budged from his Hari Bhakti. Now sometimes, yes, Prabhu.
Topmost charities.
Yes, yeah, but here also, he never deviated from his devotion to Hari Bhakti. He never deviated. So what a strong personality. So, and it says here, he was not agitated when put into danger, and he was neither directly or indirectly interested in the fruitive activities. So this is very important actually, because when you perform these fruitive activities, you get into a mood, you forget the whole purpose why you are doing that actually. The simple example is Yagic Brahmanas. Yagic Brahmanas, very, very important, performing all this sapasya, yaga, homa, everything. But when Krishna and Balaram came, Krishna and Balaram want something to eat. Oh, no, go away. We are doing this sacrifice. Don't you know? Please go away. But what is the purpose of all this yajna, sacrifice and offering, everything? For pleasing the Supreme Lord. The same Lord is asking now something to give him something to eat. No. We are not giving. We are doing a sacrifice. Now, this is the problem. So when we do these fruitive activities, it develops the mentality of some attachment. So you forget the real purpose of all these things. So that's why Prahlad Maharaj didn't have that. When Nrsingadev offered Prahlad Maharaj some boon, what did he say? Any idea? What did he say? Prahlad Maharaj say? That is one thing. Deliver his father, forgive his father. That's all. First he asked, Lord, please do not tempt me. When the Lord wanted to give him so much material opulence, my father's little bit eyebrow is raising, the whole devata, everybody will afraid actually. The chapter title is Hiranyakaripu Kasipu terrorized the universe actually. When there is his eyebrows raised this way, the whole devata will get worried actually. Oh, what is he going to say? What is he going to punish us? Like that. And that personality, the whole universe was under his control. You finished him just like in seconds. This is the nature of this material world. And what material benediction? I don't want anything. I don't want anything. He understood actually. He understood. And finally, yes, you are right. He asked for his father's deliverance and forgive all these people. And then finally, he is like Praladosmi Daityanam. Of all the Daitya demons, Lord is saying in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, he is Aham Praladosmi. He is a representation of Lord Krishna, Prahlada. So he is asking that Tava Bhritya Seva. It's not like, now I have become a great devotee of the Lord. Lord, what can I do for you? No. He's not going to Lord like that. He's saying, my Lord, I want to remain as a humble servant of my Guru. Tava Bhritya Seva. Tava Bhritya Seva means, you have a Bhritya, I want to be a Bhritya of your Bhritya. Servant of the servant. Where the servant of servant comes, same thing. Gopi Bhartu Patakamalayo, Dasa Dasanu. That comes from there only. So that is what the Prahlad. See, Prahlad is so great. Prahlad Maharaj is so great. And he has a direct darshan of the Lord. And having darshan of the Lord, he's not like becoming very proud or something. No, he's even at that time also, he's saying, Prahlad, what do you want? I just want to remain as a humble servant of your servants. So that's why these are all the clues we can get from Śrīmad. What should be our position? We achieve a little bit here, little bit there, immediately okay, I have done everything. What Prahlad Maharaj is saying, what is Dhruva Maharaj is saying, what is all the Ambarisha Maharaj is saying, Completely different. So that is why it's all like Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, each and every step, each and every canto, each and every verse is is a lesson for us actually. We have to get, this is like a takeaway. Na? We go take away khichdi, take away idli, sambar, chutney. We take away so many things. Na? When we come to Bhāgavatam also, we take away. What do we take away? We take away this actually. All these lessons, life lessons actually. We have to take away. It's not like, wow, when this fellow is still talking 8:20, still talking. So no, because in another 15 minutes it will finish anyway, so don't worry. But so now, whatever, our time is limited here. We are like a meter auto, meter is running. We don't know when this is going to stop actually. So we have to utilize this human form of life actually. That is why Prahlad Maharaj is saying, Kaumaram acharet pragya. Dharmam Bhāgavataniha. He's saying we have to start. Already we are late. At least some of them, not all of them. Some of them are late, already late. So we have to start. That is Prahlad Maharaj's teachings. So, Srila Prabhupada says here, continues in the, because translation only Prabhupada gives the whole purport actually. Indeed, he considered everything material to be useless, and therefore he was completely devoid of material desires. So, when Lord is offering, then the Lord gave him assurance. When Lord gave him assurance, Prahlad, whatever I am giving you, that will not entangle you. So that benediction has been given to Prahlad. Lord is giving a benediction. So then Prahlad Maharaj accepted it. So the Vaishnava is not like, oh, neti, just I don't want this. No. Yeah, I will take it as long as I can use that in the service of the Lord. What is that called? If I can use this in the service of the Lord, what is that called? Yes, Yukta Vairagya. Yes, if I can use in the service of the Lord, why can't I use it? Why not use that in the service of the Lord? Huh? There are two Vairagyas there, Yukta Vairagya, Falgu Vairagya. Yukta Vairagya is the one which is allowing us to use even material things in the service of the Lord, not for our own sense gratification. But Falgu Vairagya is reject everything. Oh, computer reject, this is reject, everything reject. You can reject that also. There is one kind of philosophy. But instead of rejecting that, you can use this Krishna Sambandha. You understand what is the Sambandha of that Vastu with Krishna and then use it in the service of the Lord, then that becomes spiritual actually. That's what Srila Prabhupada did. Srila Prabhupada used everything. Prabhupada used printing press, used this one, all the computers and everything. No? Like everything used in the service of the Lord, that becomes spiritual. So that mood. So Prahlad Maharaj says, here Prabhupada says, this is devoid of material desires. He always controlled his senses and life fire, and being steady intelligence and determination, he subdued all lusty desire. Because this is the beauty. When he completely, because he was always thinking about the Lord. He cannot do any harm to anyone. So these are all the qualities which any devotee. Because why Prahlad Maharaj is so dear to the Lord? Why Arjuna is so dear to the Lord? Why all these great Dhruva Maharaj, Ambarish, why they are dear to the Lord? Just you get a little bit of clue from Bhagavad Gita. I'll just see. It is a 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. I'll read out the Adveshta sarva bhutanam maitra karuna yevacha nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukka sukachami santushta satatam yogi yatatma dhridanishyayaha mayarpita mano buddhir yome bhakta same priyaha. Here you will find all the qualities what Lord is mentioning is going to come here also. One who is not envious, but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor, is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, and engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed upon me, such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. So this is what Lord is saying. This is the, now you look at the example of Prahlad Maharaj, completely tallies. Correct? Whatever Lord says here in the 12th chapter, everything tallies in the Prahlad Maharaj's characteristics. So the Lord continues here. Yasma no dvichate loko no dvichate shayaha, harsha marsha bayodveger muktoyah samapriyaha. He by whom no one is put into difficulty and who is not disturbed by anyone, who is equipoised in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety, is very dear to me. Actually, this is all the qualities we all aspire. We have to aspire. Because these things are like Aspire means now you don't have to take a 30-day crash course or something to aspire these qualities. By performing devotional service, all these qualities will come. Yesterday Mataji discussed and Prabhupada said, Yasyasti bhakti bhagavati akinchana sarvair gunaistatra samasate sura hara abhaktasya kuto mahad guna. Because this is like all these divine qualities will automatically manifest in the personality when the person is performing devotional service. Because when you perform devotional service, all these good qualities will manifest. You don't have to separately endeavor, separately go through a crash course or something to get this quality. You will come. When you perform devotional service, that is the beauty actually. This is love. When you perform devotional service, automatically jnana and vairagya automatically comes. All the yogis and jnanis are trying very hard. To get jnana, get vairagya. But what happens to the devotee? Vasudeve bhagavati bhakti yoga prayojitaha janayanti asu vairagyam jnanam chayat ahaitukam. When you perform devotional service to Vasudeva, jnana and vairagya automatically comes as a byproduct only, not a main product. Main product is bhakti. Vasudeva bhagavati bhakti yoga prayojitaha janayanta asu vairagyam jnanam chayat ahaitukam. Jnana and vairagya is coming as a byproduct. It's not even main product actually. So that is the beauty of devotional service. So here Lord continues here, Anapeksha susirdaksha udasino gatavyataha sarvaramba parityagi yomad bhakta same priyaha. My devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, who is pure, expert, without cares, free from all pains and not striving for some result is very dear to me. Yo na hrishyati na dveshti na sochati na kankshati subha asubha parityagi bhaktiman yasame priyaha. One who neither rejoices nor grieves, who neither laments nor desires, and who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things. Such a devotee is very dear to me. So these are all the points which we can, when we read these things, we can understand how Prahlad Maharaj is fitting that bill. Whatever Lord is saying, already he is doing that. So he is saying, one who is equal to friends and enemies, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infamy, who is always free from contaminating association, always silent and satisfied with anything, who doesn't care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge and who is engaged in devotional service. Such a person is very, very dear to me. Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me. Now we know why Prahlad Maharaj is very, very dear. Because whatever the circumstances he was put in, he somebody can give a mat. If there is a mat, I can give them the mat. Sorry. Cold Melbourne, so better to have maybe 2 mats. Yeah. So that is why Lord is very, very dear. Because when you exhibit, because Prahlad Maharaj, actually Lord said, Lord, now Prahlad, come to Vaikuntha. Prahlad said, no, I am not interested in Vaikuntha. What? Prahlad, you are not interested in Vaikuntha? Yeah, I am not interested in Vaikuntha because I want to bring all my associates also, all the Rakshasas also I want to take them. I don't want to come to Vaikuntha alone actually. Because we are Prabhupada's coming in we are Goshti Anandi. Goshti. We will go in Goshti only. Ishta Goshti. Goshti means all the Goshti means when the bhajan Margari must bhajan, all the Goshti will go. Not one person will go in the bhajan, the whole Goshti will go. Same way, we have to go back home, back to Godhead, all of us. Why to hang around here? What is that to check out? We are thinking we'll check out here, check out something here. What is that to check out? We have been checking out yanks for millions of lifetimes. We have been checking out only. Checking out here, checking out there, checking out. In the they also come, phone also comes. You are there. How was that place? You are there. How was that? They ask questions also. You went to the South Melbourne market. How was the experience? What is the experience? Say everything. Go there and buy them away. This is not a big experience or anything. But they just try this thing. They make you feel like as if you. But there is nothing to check out. This is Puna Charvit Sarvananam. Already been tested, already checked. But now we have to take this further. That is why the human form of life is given. So these acharyas are coming. So this is like, now you may think everything is finished. Only translation is finished actually. Purport is not. Sometimes people think, the class is now, he is winding up. And now I think Prabhupada translation only so much is there. And now we'll go into the purport actually. From this verse we discover that a man is not qualified or disqualified simply by birth. This we discussed actually. And says Prahlad Maharaj was an asura by birth, yet he possessed all qualities of a perfect Brahmana. What are the qualities of a perfect Brahmana? From the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Anyone remember? Patan, Patan also correct. Patan, Yajan, Dana, Pradigraha. That is not 18th chapter, but that is a different. There's other qualities. Samodamastapasaucham, Shantir, Arjavam Evacha, Jnana Vijnanam, Astikyam, Brahma Karma Sobhavajam. This is Brahma Karma Sobhavajam. The 18th chapter, 42 verse. So he talks about all the Brahminical qualities. What are all the Yes, Prabhu says correct also. Patan, Patan. Patan. Studying and Vedic scriptures, and Patan, teaching. Patan, Yajan, Yajan. Yajan means worship. Yajan. The Sanskrit is so wonderful. Patan, Yajan, Yajan. Yajan, Yajan. Yajan means you worship. Yajan means you make someone worship. Yajan, Yajan. Dana Pratigraha. Dana Pratigraha means Brahmana accepts charity. Not that he immediately puts in the bank locker and closes everything. Dana Pratigraha. He just gives it back. This is the way. He takes it and uses in the service of the Lord. If he has something excess, he just passes also. So these are all the qualities. So this is the 18th chapter we find. And here, Prahlad Maharaj, even though he took, all the Brahminical qualities are there. Why? Because this is what the connection with Narada Muni is so potent actually. This is so potent. This is like by connection with the Narada Muni, he just started from the beginning only, he started this process. Beginning only, Prahlad Maharaj started the process. Prabhupada quotes in a place, I'll just read this one. The way, according to the Pancharatrika system, even though everyone is a Sudra due to the absence of the Garbhadana Samskara, if a person has a little tendency to become Krishna conscious, he should be given a chance to elevate himself to the transcendental platform of devotional service. Our Krishna conscious movement adopts this Pancharatrika Vidhi as advised by Srila Sanatana Goswami, who says, Yata kanchantam yati kamsayam rasa vidhanata tata diksha vidhanena dvijattam jayate nrinam. As bell metal, when mixed with mercury, is transformed to a gold, a person, even though not a golden pure, can be transformed into a Brahmana or Dvija simply by the initiation process. Because when he come in contact with a pure devotee of the Lord, I may be a rascal number one, but by coming in contact with the Lord, pure devotee of the Lord, then we also get the good qualities. That is why Dhruva Maharaj, we see the example. Dhruva Maharaj, he had a desire. I wanted to have a kingdom bigger than my great father's kingdom. He wanted that. But he had the determination. He wanted to see the Lord. Even though the motive was, initially the motive was not pure devotional service, was not there. But at least you had a strong desire. Then Lord fulfilled the desire. Yes, now Narada Muni came and gave the instruction. In 6 months' time, he had a darshan of the Lord. This is the beauty of the process, actually. And now, when he had the darshan of the Lord, what did he say? Dhruva, what do you want? Yeah, Dhruva, yes, this is what I was waiting for. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He didn't read out all the list. He says, I don't want anything. I was looking for a broken pieces of glass. I want the jewel of your association. I do not want anything. This is the beauty. Because when somebody comes into contact with that is the same thing Prahlad Maharaj also. Prahlad Maharaj, when he was offered something, I don't want anything. See? All the great Mahajans, they're not going with the wish list or shopping list or something, what can we get out of the Lord? And they're like, no, they don't go like that. Because they know, I got the jewel. I don't want all these broken pieces of glass. That is what Dhruva Maharaj said, Prahlad Maharaj, all these Acharyas are saying that. So this is what we have to learn. And here, anyone can become a fully qualified Brahmana under the direction of a spiritual master. This is very important actually, very important. Sometimes people debate on this actually, for ages they debate, how it is possible, this, that, not possible. No, Shastra's examples are there, so many examples are there, so many instances are there. So now, here there is one place, it says here, Chandalo hi vi dijasreshta haribhakti parayanaha haribhakti vihinascha dijopi sopa chadamaha. Even if one is born in the family of a Chandala, if one engages in devotional service of the Lord, he becomes the best of the Brahmanas. Because Chandala means very, very low class, not even Sudra, even lower. But if he engages in devotional service, immediately his qualification becomes high. So that's why we have to always remember, because by the mercy of the Lord, by the mercy of Guru, by the mercy of Krishna, somehow we have been given this association. Somehow we have to maintain this, whatever the status, and then finish this our business actually. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj says, this coming to this material world is just like going to the toilet. Going to the toilet, finish the business and we have to get out. Not that we make elaborate plan, elaborate arrangements there. No need actually. Just finish the business and we have to get out of this place. Not stay here. How to make it more comfortable, how to make it, how much more comfortable you can make it anyway. You can't make it actually. This is dukkhalayam asasvatam. Sometimes it may seem like, this fellow is very pessimistic person sitting and talking all this. No, it's not. It's a reality is like that only. Whatever you do, whatever this thing, nobody going to have this thing. So better take this path of devotional service, engage in devotional service and finish our business here. And then, Prahlad Maharaj also says, in the later canto is going to talk, even if Brahmana and is qualified with the Brahminical qualification, he is considered degraded if he is averse to worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because if somebody may call themselves Brahmana, but if he is averse, like the same, the Vyagic Brahmanas, to start with Krishna is coming and Balaram is coming, I want to eat something, oh no, we are not able to give you anything. Because, what is the purpose of your sacrifice? Bhoktaram, Yajnatava, he is the completely everything, and then you are not ready, you are not understood that Krishna is the Balaram, is the prime objective of your sacrifice. You forgot that. So that type of thing is not good. And now we have a... so this is like, again, Prahlad Maharaj, anyone can become a fully qualified Brahmana under the direction of a spiritual master. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was visiting Ramananda Rai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a sannyasi. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visiting Ramananda Rai, he asked Ramananda Rai about all this, some very intricate devotional questions actually. He was asking, what is this thing, what is the highest perfection? Ramananda Rai was very hesitant. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a highest degree, he is a sannyasi, and Ramananda Rai was like not even a Brahmana. So he was hesitating. He was how to answer. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu encouraged him, no, don't hesitate, because this is, then he said that famous sloka. What is that famous sloka? Kipa Vipra, Kipa Nyasi, Sudra Kena Neya, Yei Veta Krishna Tattva, Sei Guru Hoy. So then he said, Kipa Vipra, Kipa Nyasi. So Vipra, Nyasi, these things doesn't matter. What matters is, Yei Veta Krishna Tattva, Sei Guru Hoy. Yei Veta Krishna Tattva, Sei Guru. The person who knows the Krishna Tattva, Yei Veta Krishna Tattva, Sei Guru Hoy, he becomes the Guru. Then he encouraged. No, you speak. Then Ramananda Rai said, you are like a Sutradhari. I'm a puppet only. Whatever you make me speak, I will speak. So then he started explaining all these different varnashrama, this, that, and finally the final verdict also he gave. So like this. So, and also this is so many examples like Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur, when Advaita-Acharya, he wanted to do this Shraddha for his forefathers, and he called, the first prasadam was given to Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur happened to take birth in a Muslim family. So everybody was, Haridas Thakur, oh no, why you are breaking this rule? Then Haridas Thakur said, when Advaita-Acharya said, by feeding you, I am feeding thousands of Brahmanas. This is the verdict of Advaita-Acharya. Because doesn't matter whether the person took birth in that particular family, this particular family. That is not a big problem. What is more important is Hari Bhakti, how much they are attached to the Lord, how much attached to the devotional service of the Lord. That is important. So these things have to be considered. So, and here it says, Prahlad Maharaj provided a vivid example of how to think of the spiritual master and accept his directions calmly. This is like Prahlad Maharaj, we discussed this in the beginning, where this Narsingadev gave darshan. And Prahlad went through a lot of difficulties, and finally Narsingadev wanted to offer him the benediction. And Prahlad Maharaj, he said, please do not tempt me, because I am already a materialistic. He calls himself materialistic. If Prahlad Maharaj is materialistic, who are we? I don't know. There is no nomenclature available for us actually. He is Prahlad Maharaj. So then when the Lord assured him, then he accepted all these things, and then he begot children and all these things. That's why we have who is the grandson of Prahlad Maharaj? Bali Maharaj. So see, the Mahajan family actually. This is a real Mahajan family. This Mahajan, Prahlad Maharaj is one Mahajan, and then Bali Maharaj is another Mahajan. In that these two Mahajans are there in the same family. It's a very wonderful family. At least every family should have one Mahajan like that actually. That's why when he said, Prahlad, by one devotee in the family, your whole generation back and forth, they all liberated actually. Just one person in the family taking to do. Sometimes we wonder, what is this? I'm not drinking tea, coffee, this, that. I'm not doing anything. A little bit of austerity. I'm eating only pizza, samosa, lasagna only I'm eating. And that too offered pizza, offered lasagna only. We think we are doing austerities. And look at this austerities, what they did. And then final result is, because all these people, seven generation here, 7 generation, everybody is liberated. Wholesale liberation actually. Wholesale liberation is there. So that is why we have to take advantage of this thing. Take advantage of this opportunity. Prahlad Maharaj. Actually, today is Good Friday. Correct? Srila Prabhupada says about Jesus Christ in Bhagavad Gita. Does anyone remember which chapter or which sloka Prabhupada talks about Jesus Christ? We should know that actually. We should know. 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. I'll read it. Because this is how Srila Prabhupada is so, because he is not a sectarian person. If a Vaishnava is there, or if a great devotee of the Lord is somewhere else also, Prabhupada glorifies that. I will read that one. 11th chapter, text number 55. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing, otherwise everybody will curse, give all this thing to me, curse to me. I will read only a small paragraph. Okay. A devotee of Krishna is friendly to everyone. Therefore, it is said here, he has no enemy, nirvaira. How is this? A devotee situated in Krishna consciousness knows that only devotional service to Krishna can relieve a person from all the problems of life. He has personal experience of this, and therefore he wants to introduce this system, Krishna consciousness, into human society. There are many examples in history of devotees of the Lord who risked their lives for spreading of God consciousness. The famous example is Lord Jesus Christ. Listen now. He was crucified by non-devotees, but he sacrificed his life for spreading God consciousness. Of course, it would be superficial to understand that he was killed. Similarly, in India also, there are many examples such as Thakur Haridas and Prahlad Maharaj. Why such risk? Because they wanted to spread Krishna consciousness, and it is difficult. A Krishna conscious person knows that if a man is suffering, it is due to his forgetfulness of his eternal relationship with Krishna. Therefore, the highest benefit one can render to human society is relieving one's neighbor from all material problems. In such a way, a pure devotee is engaged in the service of the Lord. Now, we can imagine how merciful Krishna is to those engaged in his service, risking everything for him. Therefore, it is certain that such persons must reach the supreme planet after leaving this body. So, Srila Prabhupada compares Jesus Christ to acharyas like Srila Haridas Thakur, because they also tried to preach the message of Krishna. Message. And Jesus Christ also tried. This is anyway. This is. I was thinking, sometimes we have a holiday, but we don't know what is the reason for the holiday. And then we at least we should as devotees of the Lord, we should know the position of Jesus Christ. So this is it's not like we are just trying to flatter anyone, but this is a real fact. Is that he who tried to give the God consciousness. God consciousness. That's a very, very difficult subject matter, but try to give. And then that they didn't like it, and then they crucified. So many things happened. So this is, so that's why all these acharyas are there, Prahlad Maharaj and Dhruva Maharaj, all the Ambarish Maharaj. This all our inspiration for all of us. We can learn from that life. How did they perform? All the difficult Pandavas. How did they go through all the difficulties? And with the difficulties also, how they were able to remember the Lord. Kunti Maharani, with all these difficulties, she is saying, I want to have all the difficulties again. This is observe. If you ask a materialistic person, it's a madness actually. They will say madness. You want all the difficulties again? Yeah, you want all. Why? Because I want the darshan of the Lord. I will have the association of the Lord. So it's very, subject matter is very high. So that is what we have to aspire for. So it's we have to take this opportunity of the teachings of Prahlad Maharaj, teachings of the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam in this, and meditate on these high qualities of Prahlad Maharaj, and also what Lord says in the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Who are all the devotees who are very dear to Him? We all want to be dear to the Lord. So these qualities, we have to develop them. But these qualities, as I said, you don't have to, by performing pure devotional service, automatically these qualities will come in the person. Don't have to do separate endeavor, it will automatically come. So we'll stop here. If there is any questions or comments or any corrections, please. Hare Krishna. Okay. That's good actually. No question means I'm spared actually. Yeah. Kids are not there. Yeah, that's true. Correct. Okay.
You told everything.
I don't know whether I understood everything or not, but I told everything. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. And Grantara Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Prahlad Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Prabhupada ki,